Woo! So I was thinking about when I said about authenticity and why I strive for authenticity within my content and everything that I do. Authenticity isn't something that is instantly gratified. I've come to realise that, there's a lot of competition today, in today's day and age, with anything. There's a lot of crowds in any sort of enterprise, passion, work, and just everything in general is very clouded, and there's a lot of competition. It's hard to separate the competition from each other to really tell who to vouch for and who to support. I thought about it and I've come to realise that the true people that are successful and that do make a name for themselves in a positive way and do have an impact on the people around them and the people that support them and truly have a positive journey and give back and whatnot are the people that have been authentic from the start. Because a lot of people that you see nowadays, they jump the gun at copying what is successful around them. And what's successful around you, what creates quick success and quick justification, quick admiration, anything that happens quick isn't necessarily the best gratification that you can receive. Because if you are just going to do something for the need of gratification, instant gratification, and something to give you external confirmation, other than what's inside to be the confirmation, then I think that is unauthentic and that isn't your true authentic self. You're just doing something for the sake of a piece of gratification that isn't true to you, to who you are, Same reason why I'm sitting down here talking to this camera with 60 subscribers, because I know that when you are authentic, it might not be instantly, it might not be tomorrow, the next week, the next month, the next couple of years, but authenticity always picks out those who are dedicated and true and authentic much more prominently than compared to those who are just doing it for a quick hit of success or money or whatever the case may be. And I've come to the conclusion that that is the case, that you escape competition through authenticity. You can't be compared to others when what you are doing is true. It's true to you, it's true to who you are, what you believe in, it aligns with your morals, and people can see it, they can feel it, they can hear it, and that is something that I constantly strive for. I need 10. I've waffled on for too long. Matter of fact, I should probably do more than 10. Can I go for 20? Bang. 30 so far. Well, I carry to waffle on. Do as many 20s as I can to get me closer and not waffle on as much. But yeah, that's something that I did think about a lot. What is my reason for this? Why have I decided to come down and do this? And it takes up a bit of time and it's hard to stay consistent with it. But I thought, what is the reason for it? And I have a burning desire for authenticity to become global again. No one is their true authentic self. A lot of people may preach authenticity through their success, through their accolades, what they've done, what they've achieved. Even that in itself isn't authentic, because your victories don't need to be displayed. Nothing needs to be displayed to anyone. The only thing that should be on display is the words that come out of others' mouths. You shouldn't be the one displaying your success, your progress. You should not be the person voicing that. It is through the voice of others that your success and your progress is seen, heard, and appreciated and acknowledged. Because if you're the one that's constantly acknowledging your own success and progress, that is just unauthentic in itself. You know, you're self-worshipping. You're tying success and progress to your own doings, and you know, by stating it and putting it out there, posting pictures, talking about it, it's just an unauthentic thing to see. And I just really strive for people to become their authentic selves again. And it's really hard to pick apart, like I said, what is and isn't authentic in today's day and age. That's where it needs to start. People need to find the line between the things that they are doing that is and isn't authentic, you know. And anyone can do it. You just simply start by thinking about, before you do something, before you do anything, and just think like, is this what me, the person that I talk to when I go to sleep, is that what he would actually would do if no one else was persuading him to do, if no one else was watching? Authenticity, the true authentic you, is what you would do if no one else was watching. So would that person do that thing that you are thinking about doing? If the answer is no, then it is not an authentic decision. End of. I need to do 20 again. Woo. 'Ooh. Yeah, just have a think about that. That is what I've come to a firm conclusion on, is that the reason why I'm doing this is I feel like I'm stuck in an unauthentic world. So I have to have somewhere to express my authenticity that I can feel is real, that I don't want to get washed away. Because things like that can happen. You know, you can have something and it can just get washed away over time by certain things around it. Oh, I just want to get this done, man. What's that, 50? Let's go again. No, 61, 62. Counting tens. 65. The things that you do, is it actually authentic? Is it actually you that's doing it? Or is it the external forces driving you to do it? The people around you driving you to make decisions? Because this is what makes an unauthentic society, is automatic decisions based on their result around you. You know, it's the reason why everyone is an influencer now, wants to be famous or anything, is because of the feedback that it is given and the success that it has, and that everyone else tries and succeeds. And then the more people that try and succeed, the more that try and succeed. And then the next thing you know, everyone is becoming online people. Everyone's working online businesses, coaching, all this stuff that has blown up over the past couple of years is because of the positive feedback and the success that it is given. Just because something is successful and generates money, status, fame, doesn't mean it's authentic. People go, oh, I've made a lot of money, I've got so much status, and you know, they might not even say it in a cocky way, and they might be very humble and down to earth about it. But at the end of the day, is it actually authentic? A majority of the times it's no. Because half the things they do and have done aren't the things that they would do behind closed doors, that they can actually sit and say to themselves, yeah, you would have done that if no one was watching. You would have done that if no one would have clapped their hands. You would have done that if no one was there to congratulate you. What things would you do if no one was there to congratulate you? Think about those things, and that is what you should strive to do and achieve, you know, regardless of the money that's involved in it, regardless of the status, the fame. You know, what are the things that you would go out and do and achieve if no one was there to pat you on the back, to shake your hand, to give you an award? You know, that's the stuff you need to stick with, because that is how you gain the most power up here. Oh, I need to do some more. 65. Okay. 70. 4. 5. 9. Woo! 80. 85. Ooh, I reckon I could get the round number on the next one. Yeah, so following up from that, don't let anyone else tell you what you're doing is anything stupid, a waste of time, this and that. And a lot of the time, the reason why people say that is because it doesn't instantly get you money. It doesn't instantly get you fame. You know, it doesn't instantly make you someone that has a lot of status. And people will talk down on things that aren't instantly gratifying because everything happens so quick nowadays. So anything that doesn't happen instantly is a waste of time to certain people, and that's just not the case. Whereas I'm starting to think now that anything that comes quick isn't authentic. And that's not talking about people's capabilities and whether someone can do something quicker than someone else, because that is the case sometimes. But it's just that good old saying that anything that's worth doing doesn't come quick. You know, something that's worth doing has ups and downs, trials and tribulations, suffering and success, pain and pleasure, light and dark, you know. So have a think about those things. What's the things that you would do that if no one was there to give you a medal or a trophy at the end? Take up those things seriously. And like I said, whether it's something that gives you money, doesn't give you money, gives you fame, status, it doesn't matter, as long as it's authentic, that has potential for progress. That's the main thing with anything, is that there is potential for progress. Inner progress is the main thing, you know. Can you make progress pursuing this goal, pursuing this certain thing? And is it a goal for you, or is it a goal for someone else or others, or a status remark, or a amount of money? Let's finish this off now. My brain is dried. Oh, 85, come on. 100. That is it. This is my passion. This is what I would do if no one else was at the end to congratulate me. This is what I would do if no one was here to pat me on the back and to tell me to keep going, because I don't need to be told to keep going, because I love it so much that I do keep going. So that is it, man. But nonetheless, you can always learn something from someone. So if someone learned something at this session, then that is all that matters to me. And if not, like I say, it's just documentation for me and helps me to get my thoughts out and gives me an outlet to speak, even if it is to myself or to a camera. Matter of fact, doesn't change anything for me. But other than that, keep your mind ticking, keep being authentic, and remind those around you to be themselves as well. Push authenticity as much as you can. that is it. I will see you in the next one.